Hello, welcome to Top Rock, Africa's most reputed, long-standing member and pioneer of the African mineral and fossil trade. We're a wholesaler and we've been doing this for about 36 years. And it's right about at that time and moment that I talk about the big dick in the room. And I'm not talking about this fella here. Not Brutus, no, I'm talking about our new retail section. So, some of you might have noticed it's been a very soft release, but we now have a retail division, specifically meant for collector's items that cannot be replaced, and also for those who want to buy one cornelian sphere or one Brandberg or whatever the case may be, and not a flat of 12. It's also been brought forth as a bit of a necessity. The wholesale market, we're not having fun. No, we're not surviving. And so this move to the retail has proven to be, well, yes, out of necessity. Essentially, it's, well, to start with, it's most of Nick's collection being sold off. And there's many reasons for the things not working. The world trade is not at its highest peak. Trump tariffs have hurt us a lot. Close on 70% of our clientele are Americans. So even though that will bounce back at some stage, it's not helping the here and the now, and also going forward. The prices have risen exponentially from the Congo, from Madagascar, Zimbabwe. Even the guys are from Shareti think that they're the next Brandberg, and maybe they are. And we can raise our prices only so much, and then it becomes, we're not feeling very wholesale anymore. So it's getting tricky. So the retail site, please go check it out. It's on the website, the homepage. There's a little button that says retail. It's called the Top Rock Collection. Now, I know a couple of you might be very upset by this, thinking that we are in direct competition to the very same people that we sell to. There might be some truth to that, but it's a big market out there, man. If anything, the South African market will feel the biggest brunt, and even then not so much. The prices on the retail site are actually quite cheap, which is yay in some ways and nay in other ways, but we've got to try something because what we're doing at the moment isn't working. So that's all I have to say about big dicks and rooms. Please, there's a couple of hot toddy collector's items. If you're into the geographies, then happy days. There's some absolute beauty. Go check it out. Right, so happy days, without much announcement or fanfare or trumpets or any blowy brass objects, came a hero from the Congo, and he brought us some very nice pseudomorphs. That's malachite after azurite. You can see those beautiful little blades, and there's, well, a few of them. But that wasn't the only thing he brought. There's this debatable, Nick insists it's not libethenite, and it's a different crystal structure habit than libethenite. I still don't know, man. There's that, some fresh Sauros, and some fresh Laputa goodies, because Laputa is cool. And some of these will most definitely contain heavy morphite. That's heavy. That's beautiful. And then also some fresh libethenite, freshly squeezed from the Congolese earth. And then a few little chrysocolas here, there. Yeah, so happy days, just to brighten up our lives. This is going to be in tonight's sale. It'll be an auction item. Happy days. So before I carry on with the trolleys, this is the last item on the sale today. It is a beautiful, hell of a rare stalagmitic malachite from Kasompi in the DRC. It doesn't weigh that much. It's 1.6 something kilos. And how it's going to work is the reserve cost, or the starting bid, is going to start at 4,500 Rand. I'm not quite sure what that is in USD. We'll find out later. And then I'm going to let the premiere or the video run for another 5 minutes. And then whoever bids the most, and it has to happen in increments of $5, wins this little collector's item. I don't mean that little. So there we have it. 4,500 Rand starting bid. $10 increments. 5 minutes. So everyone has a fair chance and lags don't affect us too much. So, hold your breath. This is going to be a fast and furious 3 trolleys to get to this baby. Here's Jono, he's our social butterfly looking at some celestites, and here I am getting a little sidetracked. Alright, so Congo wasn't the only thing that we got today. We got some Zimbabwe, we got some Malawi, we got, to start with, we got 9 odd, this is a one-off flat, it's petrified wood galleys or palm stones or discs, and this one's, I think quite by accident, a little heart. Nice little vugs. You don't get to see these very often. These 9 are very nice polish for Zimbabwean. They are from Gokwe. They weigh 7.25 kilograms. Rated very good to A grade. They're going to cost all of $32. That's for 9 unusual petrified wood from Zimbabwe. Flat 123. From Madagascar, we got some quartz that is entirely covered with a bag load of goethite and probably bornite. Look at the iridescence on this quartz. That is beautiful iron staining. Goethite, you iron heavy beauty. I won't accuse the matrix of being the most sturdiest affair in the world. But I tell you what, that goethite is delicious. Let's just see if there's any iridescence in this fella. You can see, you'll know the limonite is just another form, well, an earlier form of goethite. And here's a great example of limonite infused kind of orange quartz with all that iron staining on the outside. That's bornite and goethite, all having a little quartz party. It's 4 beautiful specimens. There's more of that. That's nice. 2.165 kilograms. These 4 rated very good only, going to cost $57. This is flat 129. On to something a little bit, well, I don't usually do much of this, but I thought they were cute and I accidentally pulled them. From Australia, sourced in Australia and then carved in China. This is part of that old Cape Town stock that we got more than a year ago. This is banded tiger iron with tiger eye inside. You can see that tiger eye chatoyancy. The 3 monkeys. It's see no evil, hear no evil, talk no evil. Comes with a pedestal of sorts. There you go. And you can play with these to your heart's content for hours and hours, providing much enjoyment of no seeing, no hearing, and no talking. Especially good for terrorist little grandchildren. That's on you, Cindy. Give it to them to play with. These 3 weigh 1.41 kilograms. They're going to cost $84. It's flat 736. Onto some Mdingi Mine malachite, Congolese glory. There are 2 specimens in here. These little spherical, what do you call them? Anomalies of malachite, nestled upon some heavy limonite quartz, druzy quartz. Here's that druzy is turned into proper silicate quartz. But that is glorious. Look at all those. Now, okay, so it's nice that I'm looking at these, because the debate about crystalline malachite is up there today, especially with libethenite being in the mix. But you'll see some of these. There's almost a couple of, oh geez, is it like little silky sprays, almost tabular habital malachite. Don't know. Some spheres there, some strange. Wow, that is definitely silky. It's a beautiful specimen. These two weigh 1.49 kilograms. They're rated as all A grade. They're going to cost all of $103. This is flat 610. Okay, I've taken a liking to partly polished goodies because it helps you recognize stuff in nature. There it is, natural. There it is, polished. Look how gorgeous that is. Banded agate with beautiful dendrites. And there is 3 of them. Proper bit of quartz on the side there. And then that lovely transparent Charles Sydney. And there's those dendrites. Look at that. The biggest of the 3 is it's quite a biggie, and it's got quite the patterns. Weighing 2.86 kilograms, rated as very good to A grade. These 3 are going to cost $49 for flat 857. We don't move far away. We stay in Madagascar for a little while for some rhodonite. Rhodonite, biotite, and if you see that nice little orange hues, quite a bit of spessartine as well. There are 6 standing free forms in this flat, and they weigh marginally less. It's a lot of orange garnet, marginally less than 2 kilograms. Quite a lot of biotite in here. You can see that the mica flakes. Rated as good, very good to A grade. These 6 are going to cost you $64. It is flat 559. On to a very special flat of blue lace agate. There are 24 specimens in here. They're all rated as A grade, and it's easy to see why if you just admire all this very fine crystalline druzy making it shine. And also this recent deposit has given us quite a bit of botryoidal background, so then you get all these little hilly shiny botryoidals just above the blue lace. Always on the lookout for a little bit of calcite as well. There we go, there's a bit of calcite there, but there's more fluorescent calcite inside this matrix than there is activator in the actual dogtooth calcite crystals that cohabit the blue lace. There's some tiny little ones in the vug. It is a beautiful flat of blue lace agate. There are, what are this? This is 2.46 kilograms worth of A grade. It's going to cost all of $53. That is for flat 109. On to some, Madagascar. It is 3 rose quartz items. One of them is this slender tower. Reasonably gemmy. It's reasonably good. This will be very good grade. And then these 2 double terminated crystals. That is stunning, man. That is a beautiful pink crystal. But the best of them is this large fellow, who does require a little bit of light, I reckon, because that is impressive. Quite dark rose quartz. Almost has a hint of lavender about it as well. It's gorgeously gemmy, and it's a beaut. There we go. These 3 They weigh all of 1.3 kilograms. They're going to cost $55. This is flat number 821. On to Congo. Hello. Say hello to cobalt bearing dolomite and calcite with a healthy dollop almost of kaolinite on top. If that doesn't remind you of one delicious ice cream, then, well, you've lost the kid inside. Go, ask yourself some questions, do some introspection. That's beautiful. They're joined by a healthy dollop of mint and chrysocolla. Topping this cobalt-bearing dolomite. Oh, a little bit subtle hints of orange there. Could very well be native copper. Little specks of black heterogenite as well. The proverbial Congolese cocktail. We've got quite a lot of Congolese cocktails in today, and this is just the start. This flat here weighs 1.16 kilograms, very good to A grade, and even features in the culinary classes. It's going to be $47 for the two. This is flat 681. Next up, Bukunotuk. It is a little place next to, well, in between Mpumalanga and Limpopo. Not known for its bureaucratic administration, but more famous for its light lilac spirit courts or fairy courts. The 20 in here, they are all rated as A grade, weighing 1.1 kilograms. It is the variety with the larger windows. There's a bit of a chip on the tip there. Some inclusions on this one. Look at that rainbow veil in the just beneath the windows. That is pretty darn amazing. Very, very nice. Leopard crowsite inclusions. Oh. Oh, extra iron staining in the base there. Very, very nice. These 20 are going to set you back $49. $49 for 1.1 kilograms worth of A grade. Very good deal. Flat 487. Oh, and by the way, and I forget to mention this, the rand to the dollar. So all of these are dollar prices. We do that because everyone can speak dollar better than they can speak euro or yen or anything like that, and certainly not rand. Cara, what is the rand to the dollar now? 1643. Okay, 1643. The dollar has dropped quite dramatically to the rand. So if you guys in Europe are thinking that we are more expensive, only if you're American. We are legally entitled, or supposed to, not entitled, legally speaking, we have to charge in rands. If this seems more expensive, that's because the dollar's dropped. Our rand prices all have to remain the same. Moving on to some Congolese. Okay, debate. Libethanite. No debate here. This is without a doubtski. Libethanite, and look at the specular hematite on that beast. That's quite special. These 6 nice large crystals. Oh, lot of hematite. Like, I mean, a lot of hematite. Okay, so later I am actually going to take photos of each of these flats, including the crystalline malachite, because I tell you what, see that isn't libethanite at all. In fact, yeah, there is some libethanite in there, very marginal. But that green, there's a lot of heterogenite, but that green I have to assume is malachite. It's an interesting one. These weigh 1.14 kilograms. They're going to cost $63. I'm going to quickly take a photo of the largest crystals, which would be... which one has the largest crystals? Ding, 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 ding. Oh, stop puzzling, Francis. I'll do this one. As you can see from the photos, that was very much a pyramidal shape. But we're going to move on to some polychrome jasper spheres. This is also from Madagascar, the northeastern part of the country, also known as Picasso jasper or desert jasper. These three beautiful spheres, they weigh 1.56 kilograms. Beautiful colors, beautiful patterns. Grade dependent on the distinction between the colors. If they fade into each other, then they lose points. Rated is very good to A grade. These three polychrome spheres are going to set you back $53. It's flat, double, 2 and a 2. Well, just call it triple 2 then. Next up, Le Putu Mine. Okay, so this is unfortunately going to take me a little bit of time because each of these are a little different. Le Putu Mine, famous for heavy morphite and, well, obviously copper and zinc and lead. There are 35 of these small little juicy coated specimens. Some of these, obviously, these are, well, they're not even good grade. They are very good grade. But compared to some of them, like this here, that is spectacular. Here we go. There's a bit of waxiness. Nah, not really. Okay, that's heavy. How about the chrysocolla on here? And it looks like that chrysocolla there is almost the chrysocolla after dolomite. Or calcite, if it's most certainly a rhombohedral habit. It's an interesting one. Obviously exposed to quite a bit of heat on this side. That's silicated. Bit of plant site in the mix as well. Likewise with this. Oh man, look at this. Look at that blue. Just look at that blue. Look at it. Gawk in awe, because that is beautiful. Plant site on the edges there. Oh, that is stunning. These 35, they weigh all of 936 grams. They're going to set you back all of $49. This is flat number 113. Madagascar, we've got some clear quartz that's been nicely cut off to make a standing effort, and that is highly unfortunate. Didn't see that earlier. That's a pity. That's a neat little fella. Also got a chip over there. So, you know, they are fantastic, and they would have been absolutely bloody sparkling excellent if it wasn't for those two chips on the two different ones. They're going to cost $40 for the 4. This is flat 679. Onto some metoculite, also known as the friendship stone. Amongst our circles, I don't care about your circles so much, but this stone is a bit of a personal affair. It comes with baggage, our baggage. Originally recognized or labeled as, well, emeralds in matrix, a micro matrix. It turns out it wasn't emerald at all. There's no beryl in that at all. It's a clinical. So green clinical in a beautiful mica matrix. They are gloriously gemmy from Matoku in Zimbabwe. These three, they weigh 1.19 kilograms, rated as very good to A grade. They're going to cost $65. This is flat 29. Madagascar brings us the most beautiful iridescent whole ammonites. There are two reasonably small fellas in here. You can see those electric flashes of opalescence on this side. Imitated also on the other side, especially the iridescence in the center there. Nice blue red flashes there. These two ammonites, they weigh all of 450 grams. They're going to cost all of $53. This is flat 136. Fresh, just like the petrified wood. We got some new Sashi River red agate. Not that we asked for them, but along with the one side polish jobbies that we always do, came these smaller little palm stones. I handpicked these and they are wicked awesome. 35 of them with beautiful, beautiful patterns, all of them. There are a couple of, well, almost carnelian suspects in the flat, which is nice to see from Zimbabwe. This one's got a few scratches on it, but apart from that one, these are all pretty darn amazing. Beautiful patterns. Zimbabwean or Botswana agate. Weighing 1.285 kilograms, the 35 little Sashi agates are going to cost $35. $1 an agate. Oh, even I can do the maths there. Flat 145. Onto some pseudomorph magic. We got some malachite after azurite pseudomorphs, and then obviously a little bit of chrysocolla sprinkled on top just for effect. Chrysocolla is always a pleasant little garnish. A little botryoidal malachite there of the original authentic kind. These 6. There we go, there's those blades. Typical for Congolese. Congolese azurite is so easy to recognize, man. It really, they do look all alike with their little fans of azurite, as opposed to, say, the Tumeb azurite or Kaukafelt azurite, which comes in glistening gemmy blocks. The Congolese azurite, much more bladed, and accordingly is the bladed malachite after azurite pseudomorphs. There you go, all those blades and the obligatory chrysocolla garnish. These 6 weigh 680 grams. Rated as very good to A grade. They're going to cost $49. This is flat number 149. Onto, this came up on a website. I went to look for it because it looked interesting and because I like orthoclays come feldspar. And when I saw it, I went, hey, hang on, that's not black tourmaline. And it isn't. It's azurine on orthoclays. And that is a lot of zircon. That was a deciding factor, and there's a lot of zircon in this fella. I mean, a lot of zircon. Likewise with this fella. Beautiful shards of azurine. There you can see those yellow splashes of zircon. These are going to light up so delightfully right now. So we had to make sure whether it was from Irongo or whether it was from Zomba, and the decider was always going to be, is it fluorescent? And I tell you what, with all that zircon, that's that shiny green, all that thorium and uranium just coming to light. It is awesome. Turn this on its side and it's yummy. All right, the other one isn't so shabby itself. All those little individual zircon crystals lighting up the night sky of Malawi, where nothing much happens. But there we go. Thorium, that green, that's gorgeous. That is a winner chicken dinner. These two absolute glorious orthoclase azurine and zircon specimens, they weigh 1.42 kilograms, rated very good to A grade. I've put them down as better now that we know they're not black tourmaline. They're going to cost $53. This is flat number 496. Happy days. Onto some Malagasy coral flower agate palm stones, reasonably large. This is a mossy job. It's not very corally, flowery at all. It's a bit of an anomaly. like the rebel in a group. Number 1 out of 12. Green Chalcedony. Why, yes please. Don't see much of that coming from Madagascar. But then we've got the obligatory pretty ones all around it. Those beautiful little flower patterns. And gorgeous translucent Chalcedony, giving it that nice 3D look. There's a vug with a fair amount of druzy. That's always pleasant. These 12, these 11 and 1, they weigh 1.15 kilograms, very good to A grade. They're going to cost all of $43. It's flat number 121. Centre trolley time, and it's a beautiful large Mendingi mine specimen, malachite mostly, with a lot of druzy. That there is some dolomite, the red dolomite shining through the druzy, but this yellow here, this orange, let's get in there. Not sure what you are. It's not copper. It could be the limonite, could be limonite in the druzy. I'm tempted to go take this to the UV. In fact, I'm going to. But before I do, let's just show you the whole specimen. Some glorious botryoidal habits there in amidst a sea of shiny. This fella here weighs 2.12 kilograms, rated as A grade. Let's see if this fluoresces and if it's more than just limonite and druzy. Okay. It's this corner here. Interesting. Bit of a red fluorescence here. Not being picked up by the naked eye though. But it was this corner here that tickled me. I'm going to turn it around, see what hides. Nah, nothing hiding there. Okay. Much of what we saw there in the red came from this side here. Let me just zoom in a little bit, see if I can't see anything. Because sometimes my camera does me much bigger favors than my normal eyesight. I'm getting to that stage in my life. Can't really make out a lot. Limonite and quartz. Okay. This little beastie, that's going to cost all of... There's Martin's eggs. Hello, Martin's eggs. We keep excellent company. No yoke. Lol. It's $152 for the beast. It's a flat 456. On to another beast. It's a pseudomorph. And there you go. You wanted an example of what azurite looks like when malachite takes over. And there is an absolutely superb example of the pseudomorphs. And does require a little bit of care because they are fragile. There's the chrysocolla. It is a beautiful medium cabinet specimen and a fantastic example of malachite after azurite pseudomorph from the Congo, weighing 1.055 kilograms. It's going to cost $80. It's a flat 107. Onto a large rhodonite sphere from Madagascar. That is a whole lot of manganese and biotite. The manganese, yeah, we're always tempted to go check it out beneath the UV, but because of the iron content, it kind of negates any fluorescence. So what you end up is a very pretty red, pink and black sphere, which is what this is. 1.64 kilograms, rated very good to A grade. It's going to cost $56. It's a flat 233. Also from Madagascar, it's a large, beautiful, polished, smoky, standing freeform. And look at those beautiful, look at the clarity in there, and all these lovely smoky wisps all around, with a beautifully polished rounded tip. There we go. More inclusions, more clarity. That is a stunning piece. Nice little veil there. Big ass veil over there. Looks like a funnel of sorts. It is beautiful. Rated is very good to A grade. It weighs 3.8 kilograms. That is really lovely. $129, 4 flat 983. Onto the second trolley, and hello, you little smoky quartz eggs. This one here is a little different than the other ones. It has a lot of iron and a bit of limonite there as well. Other than that, these small little smoky eggs are small and they're smoky and they're shaped like eggs. Remarkable stuff. 600 grams, rated as crap to better than crap to slightly medium grade. They are going to cost a monumental $30. It is for 35 little smoky eggs, flat 526. Onto some more gokwe. This is, let's see, there are 6 one side polished only slices of petrified wood. Let me try and get my finger in here. This is a very good grade only. It's quite thick, man. The woody bark texture around the sides are absolutely excellent, almost better than the polished front side. Some nice juicy over there in the middle. There's that lovely texture. A small little slice. And that matte slice there. These 6, they weigh all of 1.64 kilograms, rated as very good to A grade. My guess is there's more very good than A in here. It's $47 for the 6. It's flat 796. Salros, 22 little cobalt bearing dolomite and calcite specimens, and these are utterly yummy. Let's get in there. Quite a bit of a pteridonite there. A little bit of malachite on the side. Here's some fantastic dolomite. Almost gemmy. Oh, what a fantastic shade of pink, man. Lovely. Oh, hello. This one comes with a rarity. That is Corwezite on top of the Salros. Pteridonite. This one's a bit sad. But still, a little splash of Corwezite on the side there. So these will be rated. Oh, yes, that is a lot of Corwezite. Slightly more tan and brown than malachite. Essentially, it's cobalt malachite. That's what a Corwezite essentially is. Nice bit of pteridonite there. This is a stunning flat of Salros. The 22, they weigh 750 grams. They're going to cost all of $34. It's a winner. This is flat 133. Onto some polished chevron points. Chevron amethyst. This one's got nice smoky wisps. There's that nice chevron pattern. Nice and jammy down there at the bottom. Lovely transparency. And the longest, tallest of the 4 is this beauty. And probably the best of the bunch. Weighing 1.45 kilograms, rated very good to A grade. That'll be good, very good A grade. $50 for the 4, flat 533. Onto Malawi Blue Lace Agate, 3 reasonably large geodes. Some nice scalenohedral calcite over there, and a lot of beautiful shiny on the geode. Oh, here's more calcite, nice and shiny. And then there we go. Hello fellas, very nice. Three beautiful geodes. That'll be 2 A grades, one very good. They weigh 2.45 kilograms. They are going to cost $55. This is flat 138. Onto some purple flash labradorite palm stones. There are quite a few, not your regular amount. It's 49 little purple flashes. Bit of a rarity amongst the labradorite crowd is the purple flash. That's very nice there. Purples and reds and pinks. Very little in the way of flash there. That's beautiful. Yeah. Just glancing over them. That's nice. You know, if you look at the flat of labradorite, you want them to jump out at you. So that's the right side up. And some of these are absolutely gorgeous. Oh mate, yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that's about as purple as my pupils. They're okay. Weighing all of what's that? 1.57 kilos for 49 little purple flash. Wow. Lighter labradorite with all kinds of flashes. 1.57 is going to cost $63. This is flat 140. Next up, from Barberton, a place in the South Africa's history that has, well, is notable because the first stock exchange existed there, because the first gold was mostly found there. There are 4 naturally cobbed serpentine. That's the green with stichtite. That's the magnesium purple lilac. That's not a great spec there, but this is all right. Quite a porous stone, not heavy. They look big, but they don't carry a lot of weight, so it also means that they are very nice and very kind to start lapping on. That's a very nice piece of magnesium. These 4, they weigh 2.11 kilos, rated as good, very good to A grade. Good, very good AA. They are going to cost $31. This is a flat 816. Stichtite. Into Zimbabwe sculpturing we go. 2 figurines with the Cape Buffalo. Well, that's verdite, or more likely a iron-rich zoisite. And that is a gorgeous carving, man. And that's a very intimate kind of mother calf thing. Why? Because it's licking the calf. It's got a signature on here as well. That's old-fashioned, man. That's from the 90s. What does it say? Alice. No. Nguru. Okay. That's interesting. It's 2 of them. But they are quite impressive. Old-fashioned stock from the 80s. Also got a signature at the bottom there, Ngizi. J Ngizi, Joe Ngizi, Angazi. That is superb. There's a couple of nicks and scratches on them, but coming from the 80s, that's to be expected. 0.78 kilograms, rated as A grade. These are going to cost all of $49. This is flat number 867. Onto some Laputa mine again. We've got 24 specimens here. That is a whole lot of druzy quartz on top of what very well might be shutterkite. That nice dark blue. There's a bit of malachite in the mix as well. Nice druzy, only druzy with chrysocolla. Nice. That's definitely shutterkite, that dark blue. Happy days. Lovely. Nice. Quite a bit of malachite in this fella. Here we got, is that chrysocolla silicificated there beneath, and then another layer of druzy over the top. Very attractive little flat of Laputa mine druzy coated chrysocolla for the large part of it. They weigh 1.355 kilograms. They're going to cost $67. This is flat number 108. Onto a debate. It is crystalline malachite, and 12 specimens here. There's a lot of things going on here. Apparently these shapes, I'm going to take a photo later, but this is very nice. That fluffy green is pseudo malachite, and very typical from this deposit where the supposed crystalline malachite comes from. Coverage on all sides, that is gorgeous. A little bit of subtle hints of chrysocolla, more of that pseudo malachite. And then the druzy all over the dolomite as well. The pterogenite, why, a lot of it. I'm going to take a photo of one of these just so I can get a close-up, better look at the crystal habits. You can compare it to libethenite, because that is the debate, right? Right. Let's see which one was the largest. That first one I picked, this one was just awesome. Let's take a photo of this. These 12 little Congolese beauties, they weigh 1.031 kilograms. They're going to cost all of, that's the ankle biter, scary little bastard. It's going to be, well, it was $78, now it's $51, it's flat $112. No, it was a special, it was me making a mistake. Right, next up, we've got some partly polished chevron amethyst from Zambia. And I reckon the Zambian chevron amethyst is by far superior to that of the Malagassies. And it's also nice that they're only partly polished, although I suppose it would be kind of them to flatten the base a bit. I like the rough. These three weigh 1.16 kilograms, rated as good to very good only. They're going to cost $32. That's for three partly polished chevron amethyst crystals, flat 586. Onto some Namibian fluorite. Green fluorite. Is this Namibian? I don't know. I'm not sure now. No, it's Malagasy. Malagasy green fluorite. 3 standing freeforms. Yeah, I should know because the Malagasy polish better, man. And that's a beautiful polish. That is a beautiful hue of green. Fluorite massive. Should I take these into the fluoro room just so I can prove to you that they're fluorite? Nah. These four, they weigh 1.94 kilograms, rated as all A grade. They're going to cost $74. This is flat 502. Onto some red hematoid, a flat that is, if it doesn't sell, Cora's taking it. She's suddenly got into the red hematoids. Kyle, Mr. Rich Creek, if you're here today, stick up your hand. He sent me and Cora and I, a video of some Karoi red hematoid that he got a while ago, and two of them turned out to have anhydrous, which is absolute massive news for us. We've never encountered anhydrous in Karoi quartz, so that means Cara's going to be a little bit busier than before, just looking for anhydrous in the Karoi. Lovely white veils, lovely clarity. What we got there? Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Also part of the East African rift line. You can see all the drama that happened when the earth had a little pulse or a little cough, a bit of a sneeze. Things stopped growing. This was obviously growing against a rock wall, probably iron rock wall, seeing that it is red hematoid. And here's a great example of what happens when the earth has a little burp. It's a double terminated crystal that broke off, and lying in the iron rich silica fluids, it started growing at the broken end, and this was the original end. That is pretty special. Lots of little terminations around that main termination as well. Beautiful flat of red hematoid. Oh, hello. That's nice. Very nice. So, little bird whispered that these rocks, Zomba included, Karoi, the more trauma that they experienced in their growing spurts, it does align themselves with helping people going through the same kind of traumatic experiences, if only by sharing that wisdom of experience. 1.3 kilograms for the red hematoids. It's going to be $55. This is flat 132. On to some Malagasy. Malagasy, my ass. This is beautiful Congolese polished malachite. There are 6 of these freeforms. That's probably the ugliest of the 6. This one's beautiful. That is not a scratch. No, it's not. Is it a fix? No, it can't be because they don't meet up. Very nice. Beautiful banded patterns. That's a bit etched. That will be the bottom of this freeform. Beautiful patterns there as well. So malachite comes in massive, and this is all obviously part of a botryoidal massive. You can see the proverbial lines of age, much in the similar way that trees have rings in the bark. Malachite has rings as those copper-rich fluids get soaked up and solidifies. 6 beautiful malachite freeforms. They weigh 1.42 kilograms, rated as good, very good 2A. That's the scratch one. You good only. The root's $49, 4 flat 986. We got some optically clear quartz mushrooms. Okay, so they are all random hues of that's a bit smoky. This one has quite a bit of limonite in it, and that limonite sort of veil there has caused a bit of a is it a chip? It's a natural chip. It was always going to happen, maybe. But other than that, that's a beauty. Let's see anything else. What's going on here? That's beautiful as well. I'm just looking for, okay, so this is the least optically clear of the bunch, so call that good grade. Polish is still excellent. Edges are all right. Just looking for any major chips on other edges. I'm not seeing any. That's gorgeous. Look at that rainbow there. Nice. Very nice flat of clear quartz mushrooms. 3 of them or 4 of them a little bit more smoky. $61 is what they're going to cost. 1.42 kilograms. This is flat 352. Onto some Anarchy quartz. Oh no, it's a silent quartz. No, it's chaos quartz. It's Congolese quartz with the most stunning windows, the cleanest windows ever, leading inside to inclusions of mostly iron. Red hematoid in the previous specimen. There's all kinds going on in many of these. That is a beautiful black veil, probably goethite. If there's a lot of iron, I don't see any limonite as such. Oh man alive, look at that. Nice, very, very nice. All with a reasonably dark kind of chevron amethyst base. These chaos quartz specimens. Now this is interesting. See, these are kind of tabbies or tabular quartz crystals, not normal, so they a bit more flattened out. There's some metaphysical importance to that I can't remember. But I know they're called tabbies. Andy says it's an old 80s thing. Beautiful red iron. Ooh, lepidocrosite. Or was that goethite? My goodness, look at that. That is... You don't have to be metaphysical to get all spiritual on these. These 20 weigh all of 735 grams. They are going to cost $35. This is flat number 135. Onto some Malagasy. Septorized standing freeforms. We got 2 in this flat. There's a lot of aragonite as well as calcite. That's a very nice standing freeform. The Hardidar is back. Welcome to the Church of Ibis. That's all right. That's already probably a very good specimen over there. These 2 septorized, they weigh 1.72 kilograms, rated as, well, they're both rated as A grade. They're going to cost $44. This is flat number 600. Then on to the bithenite. Right, we go. The debate continues. We've got 35 beautiful little specimens. There's a little bit of, looks like malachite trying to oxidize. Or maybe it is dioptase. Down deep dark there. No, that's malachite. That's glorious. Pyramidic formations. That is pretty darn awesome. Very nice flat of libethenite. These are collector's items. You find them at the end, the dog's bottom side of the oxidized copper shaft zone. Okay, who are you and what is that? Oh, we looked at you. You're all very special. These 35, they weigh all of 1.221 kilograms. They're going to cost... let's see, they're going to cost $75. That's for 35 libethanites. Very special. Flat 1, 2, 4. Onto the center of the trolley, and it's a polished blue lace agate standing freeform. It's a large fella, weighing 1.77 kilos. This is most certainly the face of the standing freeform. It's got a lovely vug all the way up and down, and some beautiful shiny druzy on the inside. The backside looks like the backside. Nothing to say much there. Rated very good to A grade. This standing freeform is going to cost $88. It is flat 139. Next up is a small little red hematoid, yet again from Karoi in Zimbabwe. This tiny little specimen here with beautiful clear iron filled crystals. Oh man. It is almost 17 kilograms worth of red hematoid, and it is beautiful. Look, multiple terminations on some of the single crystals. The single crystals are beautifully clear. Look at the veil in there, man. That is stunning. And there's quite a few of them. From a geographical point of view, geographical. A little bit of crowsite. As you can see at the back end, there's nothing much happening here. This was the iron wall around the back. You can see where these crystals here were once attached, then broke loose and started regrowing again. A miracle of nature. It's an absolute legend statement piece. Something your neighbors will come flocking to you to look at, to touch, so that their children know what the devil is going on inside and how insignificant they really are. Oh, look at these little candles. Oh man, that is about beautiful. This little monument of earth happenings is going to be $297. It's flat 964. Onto a little amethyst geode. A little amethyst and agate geode from Madagascar. It's not that small. There you go. Some very nice amethyst. That geode is deep down there. That's awesome. Weighing 3.035 kilograms. This is going to cost $76. It's flat 396. Last in the second trolley is this absolutely beautiful botryoidal malachite specimen from the Congo. Is this Mandingi mine? I don't think so. No, it doesn't say. But this is, look at the gradient of size of the botryoidal habits. As we start at the bottom, they're quite large, they're a bit older, they got time to grow, and then getting smaller and smaller the further we go up on a nice light druzy. That is rather special. No scuff marks, which is unusual, which is also a blessing of note, but these are awesome. Weighing 2.73 kilograms. This beautiful plate, let's see if it stands. Oh, kind of, not really. Other way around. Nah, but you can do it there. Yeah, of course it stands, with the help of a friend. Weighing 2.73 kilos, rated very good to A grade. This beautiful piece is going to be $112, flat 596. Right, on to the third trolley. Let's do some Bucanote hook. This is a beautiful little cluster and is joined by its larger friend, Bucanote erectus. It's our large center crystal. Beautiful windows, lateral growths. It is rather pleasant on the eye and in the hand. Lovely clarity there. These two, they weigh 1.61 kilograms, both rated as A grade. They're going to be $62. It's a flat 479. Onto some labyrinthinite. Yes, please. 12 labyrinthinite specimens with beautiful coverage. Some crystals larger than the others. This has got a finer crystal base. But the finer the crystal, the shinier the glitter. Pteridonite, there we go. That first one I picked up today had a lot. Oh, there we go. I was just going to say specular hematite, and there she is. These 12. Let's just go there. What's happening there? Okay, tell you what, I'm going to take a photo of the largest crystals, which were probably this one here. Yes. These 12 absolute gorgeous individuals, they weigh 1.396 kilograms. They're rated as very good to A grade. They're going to cost $85. This is flat 122. Next up, we got some of that fresh sashi agates. It's 20 little palm stones, galets, some pinks and light blues, always popular with the Barbie and Ken crowd, and then the more vibrant red and blue and quartz. That is beautiful. What's going on here? We've got the runt, still lovely patterns. Yummy. That's a very delicious flat of agate from Zimbabwe / Botswana. These 20, they weigh all of 1.23 kilograms. A little bit of carnelian, Zimbabwean carnelian in there as well. They're going to cost $40. This is flat number 127. Onto some celestite. We have got ourselves 12, 13, 14, 15 specimens of various degrees of loveliness. Look at those veils in there, man. That's nice. This is from Sakwani, the premier destination or origins of celestite or celestine, named so for their beautiful blue tears of the angels. That's why Madagascar doesn't have a big population. Did you know that, Brian? That's because these rocks dropped out of the heaven onto some unsuspecting Malagasies. That's why Tommy's hairdo is weird. Tommy can't hear me. Well, there we go. Rated good to A grade. Yeah. They weigh 2.68 kilograms. They're going to cost all of $61. It is flat 117. Sticking in Madagascar, we've got ourselves 20 polished little smoky amethyst points. This one here is gorgy. That's a lot of smoky, a lot of inclusions. There's some twin terminations there. Just having a look at that there. It feels a little untidy. That looks like a chip. That is a chip. These are rated. What are these rated as? Good, very good to A grade. Yeah, that's fair dinkum, weighing 680 grams. They're going to cost $48. It's a flat 451. Onto some, hey, hello, chevron amethyst. 2 standing freeforms. These are, I suspect, from Madagascar or Zambia. Zambia. Yeah, makes sense. I did say earlier, Zambian chevron is the best chevron. These 2 standing freeforms. Oh, they're very nice, very good at the very least. Should be rated. No, they're both rated as very good. Weighing 1.3 kilograms. They're going to cost $47. Flat $7.90. Then Madagascar, some moonstone, some peachy moonstone, and that moonstone has got quite the feldspar chatoyancy, as you can see there. That's always nice to see. Hey, you got to love a little bit of chatoyancy in your life. 2 of these. This is more peachy than the other one, but slightly, there's that chatoyancy again. Weigh 1.23 kilograms, rated as good only. That should be cheap. It is $34 for the 2. This is flat 978. On to some other spheres. These are a bit more hefty and a bit more stepped in history. We got ourselves petrified wooden spheres, all 3 of them. Nice nickel influence there. That always comes from Gokwe in Zimbabwe. Hey, Gatle! The 3rd one's the best one because it has all the vugs. That's it. Fig's gonna check out what's going on there. Who's being so loud on the phone? Weighing 2.2 kilograms, these 3 petrified wooden spheres from Zimbabwe is going to be $102. It is flat 126. Onto some red hematoid. Off the cuff, it almost looked like a double termination, but it's not. That's all right. It's probably good grade. That's nice, man. Look at that. Those iron inclusions. 4 crystals or 4 clusters in this flat. That is a lovely phantom right there. Weighing 1.36 kilograms, these 4 red hematoids from Zimbabwe is going to be $38. That's flat 968. Onto crystalline malachite. All right, we've got 6 specimens here. A whole lot of green crystals on top of pseudo malachite. This here is especially shiny. How is that not? I'm gonna take more photos. Tell you what, that pseudo malachite and this combination is a very definitive kind of sign from which deposit it comes from. There's quite a fair amount of documentation about this. And that documentation says libethenite. But we're going to take a photo nonetheless, and we're going to do so. And these 2, which one? I suppose the more definitive crystals, or these? Yeah, okay. Six beautiful microcrystalline malachite specimens from the Congo. They weigh all of 1.53 kilograms. They're going to cost all of $75. This, including the pseudo malachite, is $75. 116. Onto some nice rose quartz standing freeforms. There's 3 of them in this flat. That's nice. Rated as good, very good to A grade. These 3 weigh 2 kilograms on the dot. They're going to cost all of $55. It's flat 961. Onto some epidote magic. This is from Chappies, a little town within a stone's throw distance away from Messina, a place of the lots of copper magic. This epidote, that's the green matrix with a pin-montite, which is also an epidote, except that where the iron gets replaced by manganese. These, it's basically still epidote. These are, 4 prisms of marvelous epidoteness. That's beautiful. That's a nice point, man. 1.55 kilograms, rated as good, very good to A grade. They're going to cost all of $55, flat 799. Onto some other red goodies, and that's a bit of orange red chalcedony cornelian spheres. There are 8 spheres in this flat. Well, there you go. No one's going to accuse us of a dying cornelian. Nice little vug there. Nice. Another little chalcedony vug. Weighing all of 1.27 kilograms, rated very good 2A grade. They're going to cost $55. It's flat 347. Then, believe it or not, we got fresh stichtite, polished stichtite. That's the beautiful lilac purple webbing on a soft serpentine matrix. 12 beautiful. Well, that looks like it could do with a bit of a polish there. Beautiful freeforms. They weigh all of 1.745 kilograms, rated very good to A grade. These 12, you might know this as Atlantisite, or you know, that place that existed a long time ago, because it looks exactly like the landscape of Atlantis, doesn't it? Of course it does. $77 for flat 128. Onto some pseudomorphs. 24 malachite after azurite pseudomorphs. There's a bit more of that is botryoidal, but you see those beautiful blades there with a nice sprinkling of dusty chrysocolla, which gives it the lovely minty green dessert look. Quite remarkable. This evidence of how nature takes over nature. Out with the old and in with the new. That's what malachite said. These 24 weigh 1.055 kilograms, rated very good to A grade. They're going to cost $75. This is flat number 134. Next up, some sliced malacola. That's less powdery and more skyliney. That is beautiful. 6 slices polished on both sides. From the Congo. That's a hair. A little specks of heterogenite there on the borderlines. These 6 weigh 640 grams. They are rated very good to double A grade. They're going to cost $60, flat 709. On to whole ammonites. We've got 3 little-ish ones. There's some beautiful iridescence and opalescence there in the middle. That's stunning. Same there. Looking for the opalescence on the sides. Only on the inside there. It's the largest of the 3. Not much opalescence there. A little bit there on the edges. Nice jigsaw patterns. This little fella here is 460 grams. They're all rated as A grades. They're going to cost all of $54. That's for 3 whole ammonites. That's flat 131. Happy days. Then on to something interesting, to say the very least. We got some spherical or ball malachite, botryoidal ball malachite on a... There's some limonite in this druzy, but there's also, okay, crystalline malachite, I suppose. But that's beautiful. I'm going to take photos of these as well. There's 2 specimens. Although only one of them has that crystalline green mineral. Pretty darn rare. Don't know how much of this still survives. Always available. It might still be a little bit here and there. Let me just take a photo of this because I want to see a little close up. For Mindingi mine malachite specimens, they I already said what they weigh. There's slightly more than 1 kilogram. They are rated very good to A grade. They're going to cost all of $69. That's a nice flat, hell of a nice flat. Flat 494. On to some clear quartz points, 3 of them to be exact. These are rated A to, well, good to very good to A. I'm going to assume that's the very good one. I'm going to assume this is the A grade one. And that is A grade for sure. Just that chip over there. I don't know if it's a chip, it's part of the veil. But look at those veils. Slightly smoky, beautiful. And hey, for a good, that's not bad. These 3 weigh 1.42 kilograms. They're going to cost all of $47. It is flat 125. Onto some resin coated purpurite. This is from Namibia. That is that beautiful metallic purple purpurite. Initially confused with cobalt bloom in Canada 100 years ago. It took a while for people to figure out that no, this is manganese, not cobalt related. There we go. That almost chatoyant purple. Going to catch the light and then it becomes really exceptional. There we go. That's nice. Bit of a heavy on the resin there. 1.15 is what they weigh. Very good to A grade. These 6 are going to be $49. It's flat 495. Cara.
What does that say?
Show.
No, it
Mows.
says Mows. Look.
Live Mows. Oh, Cara's so cute. She's so pleased with herself. Oh, bless. The center of trolley. A single cobalt bearing dolomite specimen with little specks of what looks like quartzite. That dolomite's almost translucent. That's always lovely. Quite a hefty little base though. That's interesting. That's, you know what, that's just biotite. The black is what I was looking at. That one specimen is 1.21 kilograms. It's going to cost $44. This is flat 120. Then from Mandrasanoro, a mine in Madagascar, comes some cubic green fluorite. This specimen here has especially nice large cubes. Sometimes lucky and we get a nice dark blue zoning on the outside, but not so much with these. Still a beautiful specimen. Little itsy bitsy bit scrapes. Other than that, is quite a hefty, nice piece of hell of a lot of fluorite. It weighs all of 2.815 kilograms, so rated is very good. It's going to be $84 for this beastie. It's a flat 400. Onto a Luena. It is a quite heavy on the matrix already. A dark smoky Luena. These tips, the two major tips. Let's lift this up. There we go. The windows are absolutely lovely and transparent. That has a tip, that has a chip. So very good grade only, which is a pity. It weighs 3.935 kilograms. It's going to cost all of $168. This is flat 137. Now, onto our auction item. It's a stalagmitic. Beaut. This is a collector's item. And I'm going to put the phone off and I'm going to start the countdown. 5 minutes until the bid's over. When the premiere video ends, that is it. Right guys, starting now, 5 minutes. I'm going to just record it. The opening bid is $275, and increments of $5 raise. I know I said $10 initially, and then I said 5, so I clearly don't know what I'm talking about. So it's $5 increments starting at $275. This is box 101. That's 4.5 minutes gone. Let's gaze in wonderment at this beaut. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ciao.